Don't think I'm going to be bawling and chaining after your sorry ass once our journey to the Reef is done. Right, well on with it then. Go find yourself a salty sovereign to dethrone. Fool's errand, if you ask me. Old Brine will gut you like a fish, but at least with you dead in the water, I'll be free to get on with my own voyage. So off you go, matey. Lord of Salt and Scales, what we used to call him. They say when the gods got the boot from our lands, that monstrosity went to sleep down in the deep. Dreamed the kind of dreams that cause all sorts of guild abominations to rise up, to plague and hunt us for what he thinks we must have done to him. Was a time we got ordered to hunt them things near extinction, free the trade routes from old Brine's tyranny. Even so, not a sailor worth his salt who won't sacrifice a lousy deckhand or two by light of the full moon just to keep that overgrown crab slumbering in the Oriathan trench. If he's risen again, you bet your bloody ass we'll bug it.
Come to me, Exile. Let us speak of death and desire. It's another busy day in the land of the dead, Exile. My sculpture complains that it is thirsty, and yet the usual fare seems not to satiate it. However, I believe I have a solution. Find a pack of living creatures, slaughter them, raise them, and bring them back here. Be selective, though, as these creatures must be absolutely fecund with corruption. Thankfully, they will... We do this in the name of art. Patience, Exile. Death will provide in time.
Yeah, I knew Tarkley, if you catch me drift. He's got no time for his old bunkmate these days, though. Too gaga-eyed over his lost cause of a fishwife, Nessa. Time was, Tarkley and I would smuggle all about the coast of Oriath. Oh, good days they was. Sweet with rum, nothing but the wind and salt in our faces, freedom in our hearts, and the law on our tails. But I could tell he were getting ready to make feet for children's stockings with me, so I cut him loose. Not a spark's chance under the ocean the dreaded Lily Roth's gonna wind up swelling like some drowned carcass. Still, nice to work with that bugger one more time, just for old time's sake, you know?
Never took much stock in the stories Lily told. Didn't sit right, those full moon sacrifices her and her ilk would do out on the open water. But now, in light of everything, I'm obliged to reconsider. If it meant Nessa might be spared the attentions of that wretched Brine King, I'd even be inclined to slit a mutineering throat or two myself.
So courageous. Such a fine example of womanhood. I simply knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Or my husband. You see, His Majesty could never be satiated on his wedding day by one bride alone. Thank you, my new sister. I shall always treasure your company.
Born of ocean's mire, and death washed clean of dark desire. And thus the Lord of Salt and Scale sinks to feed the fishes that flit amongst the ruins of Soartha. Come, and jest of his divine juices while they are all washed away.
How did you? You're still breathing. Bloody barnacles on me arse. You, my new friend, are a legend of the high seas to behold. I tell you what, I've already done my bit getting you here, but if you're looking to sail onto Frisia, me and the Black Crest would be honored to take you.
I'd hoped for a chance to see Nessa again. Dreamed it like some poor bloody child believing in fairy tales. No, she's not one of us anymore. But at least she's not like Mervale either. Can't overlook a mercy like that. Who knows? Perhaps Nessa is better off this way. Not like this is much of a home to come back to anyway. Look, I know you did what you could. And for that, you'll always have my thanks.
Clearly the old Brine King wasn't worth his salt. A fish out of water, if ever there was. But, I suppose, as someone wise once said, you can't teach a crab to walk straight. Too much. Yeah, be honest with you. All this fishy mirth is me just swimming around a tricky topic. Nessa. She's not coming back to us, is she? Can't say I'm surprised. What with everything she's been through, what she's become. I wish her all the happiness she can find out there in the sea. More than she could muster on this God's awful land of ours.
The Black Crest. She lives again. And me granddaddy. Still can't believe Mervale did that to him. The bilesome bitch. At least his spirit roams free once again. Wonder if he'll come and visit his favourite granddaughter one more time. Anyways, with the Brine King gone, you've done a fine thing for us seafarers. The waters won't no longer pander to the whim of an overgrown, bloody crustacean. And damn me if I don't feel a stirring in me loins. It's the ocean. Calling. Like a lust-starved lover. But for now, bugger it all. I'll be sticking about Lion Eye's watch until I get me a new ship. No, don't feel sorry for me. With me womanly wiles as sharp as they are, I'll be having Tarkley help me pass the time. Just you see.
Hold on to your cockles, me hearty. The sea betwixt here and Frisia be the most ill-tempered there is. Here's hoping you've as much steel in your gizzard as you seem to in your heart. Cast off! What'll I do now? This here broken bridge speaks to me some. A fair place to rest me old bones for a bit. And tell you what, with all this sunlight and fresh air, I can feel the calling forth of the poetic muse beneath me trousers. Been a long time since I felt this here compass point in any direction. Now, speaking of navigations and the like, a long time ago, I had me a nice collection of riches stuffed away in a lockbox. Being the stupid ass that I am, I buried the thing one eve when I was high in my cups. God for the death of me remember where I... Except, I knew it was near this broken bridge. The box has a silver locket in it. It holds the portrait of my late wife, Meredith. It's the last thing I have in this world to remember her by. If you happen across my lockbox in your travels, I'd be appreciating of its return. Here our ways divide.
Judging by that rather curious ship and its errant captain, I imagine you had rather an interesting voyage here. Now, Inquisitor Maligaro. We must have his soul. He has most certainly returned to his old haunt, Yet his manifestations are like wisps on the wind. There one moment, gone the next. While I am familiar with the phantasmal trails and tributaries that filigree this reality, Meligaro's exact whereabouts eludes me. You should speak with these desperates who cling to this broken bridge, that young Templar scholar in particular. Their mundane knowledge must provide where my enlightened sapiens cannot. Remember, humanity needs us.
What'll it be today? Today's special is the mortal mealy with a side order of brutality. Cooked it up myself. Just for you, Exile. I've set aside a nice, cozy spot there for a bit of a tussle. I'll meet you in there, shall I? So here's how this works. You take a crack at me, your very best shot. I make you fight for your life. Right now, I haven't quite decided exactly how. Just be ready for anything. I win, you die. You win, and I'm not actually sure, to tell the truth. Doesn't happen very often. Are you game? That's it. Next time, there'll be no more Master Knights, Vegan. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The more we fight, the more I like you, Exile.
You're doing all right, Colour. You're doing very bloody all right. You keep cutting a swathe through the vermin like you have been, and we might just start getting somewhere. Of course, keep in mind that corruption isn't going to just sit about and take this kind of punishment. It's a living, breathing thing. As we adapt and grow stronger, so will it.
To simply kill is an utter waste of potential. It's like unlocking a door and then refusing to open it. You, I am happy to say, are one of the enlightened few who actually knows how to turn a door handle.
I don't know why yet, but some creatures are able to soak up more corruption than others, and it twists them in extremely dangerous ways. Some heal scary quick. Others can charge through a bonfire without singeing a single hair. The worst will suck the life out of you with the barest touch. There's no rhyme nor reason as to which creatures sport these gifts. It's not passed down from parent to litter, as far as I can tell. Maybe something chooses them. Now there's a frightening bloody thought.
The recent dead are utterly mindless. They remain addicted to life, their hunger for it overcoming every other faculty. On the contrary, the ancient dead gradually recover some residue of their former intelligence. Yet both are mere echoes of the true power that is the darkness to come. When flesh and bone, sense and spirit are saturated with darkness, only then can true and pure undeath be experienced.
Another loose thread threatens to unravel our grand design. Send this malcontent a message from me, expressing my violent disdain of their current behavior, but do not kill them, you hear? That would only complicate matters. A satisfactory elimination, I suppose. A little sloppy in the execution, but one always has room for improvement. You are proving far more useful than I previously gave you credit for. I think it's time we recognized your surprising progress. Connect with me in the San encampment, and we shall talk more of this recognition. If we are to build ourselves a fresh civilization, we need a founding point. Somewhere to plant our brave new flag. Yes, I know that you have established just such a bastion already, yet I ask you to consider this. Is it truly suited to your greater purpose, or merely suited to the petty ambitions of another? I can offer you exactly what you need, but only if you have sufficient taste to recognize it.
I'm not up to that just yet. That would only slow me down. Only slow me down. That would only slow me down.